Today, I'm stepping back in time to the 18th century to look at the golden age of Cornish smuggling, from the beach with gangs of smugglers stashing their illegal goods in secret Cornish coves, to their remote distribution location. I'm going to unravel how these gangs worked and where they operated.
Excuse me? Who are you and who are you talking to?
Oh, sorry. I'm Lauren. Hi. And I'm just talking to the viewers of my Kids History channel here.
Viewers? Are we being watched? Are you some sort of spire sent by the searchers?
I'm sorry, the what?
The searchers, you know, the excise men, the king's men in charge of taxes. George, drop everything, we're in trouble!
Oh, no, don't worry. No one sent me. I'm just here to make a little documentary about you and your Cornish smuggling over on YouTube.
Free trading? And what's a hoochoo?
YouTube. Well, is this website where anyone can make any video by talking into a camera like this here.
Right.
So, as I was saying, who were smugglers of the 18th century? Well, they actually called themselves
Free traders. And what? People interested in free trading, are they?
Well, yes, actually, they are.
Oh. Well, it's quite straightforward, you see. Now, we bring goods into the country, but we do so secretly and illegally. We don't pay tax on them. And then we sell them on cheaper than the goods that are sold legally.
Oh, this is great. Okay, turn the camera to him. Go.
Right, well, you see, there's quite a lot of us that do it. First of all, you've got the mariners. Now, they're the ones on the ships that bring the goods in by sea. Then you've got us local villagers. And now we've each got our job. And now some people, they get the ships onto the beach. And then there are others that unload the ships. And then you've got the likes of me. And I bring all of the goods up and I hide them in an old fishing boat up there, all hidden away. Then later on, get a horse and wagon that come up and take them off. Once all the danger is over, and then we hide them in somewhere that's safe and secret.
Somewhere like...
Just somewhere that the searchers aren't going to think of looking.
Or like Jamaica Inn.
Precisely, yes. And then from there, we distribute it all over the country for a more cheaper and more affordable price. Hold on, how do you know about Jamaica Inn?
Well,
No, hold on. And who's exactly going to be watching this?
well, everyone, it's YouTube.
Everyone? Are you joking? You're going to give the game away.
That's it.
No, go on, off you go. You can't be trusted. Go on, George, come here.
Sorry, I'm off.
Hi, Mum.
So why did people smuggle? Well, in the 18th century, there was a lot of poverty in Cornwall. People lived in large families in small houses. Working conditions were poor and dangerous, and incomes were low. Fatal diseases such as scurvy were also common due to poor diet. To make matters worse, the government had introduced high taxes on goods imported from abroad, making food more expensive, which was a big problem for the poor. So this is why smuggling became so common. Now, getting the goods onto the beach was just the start of the process. I'm off now to Jamaica Inn on Bodmin Moor, famous for its links with smuggling, to find out what happened next. Jamaica Inn. Now, back in the 18th century, this was a coaching house. Coaching houses were places for weary travellers on a long journey to stop off and rest their horses, sometimes overnight. They were a little bit like what a service station is today. But as well as being used as a coaching house, Jamaica Inn has a darker history. It was the inspiration for the 1930s novel Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier, and is said to be one of the most haunted hotels in all of Britain, which is just great news because this is where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. But aside from all of this, Jamaica Inn was used by smugglers. I'm off now to meet Alan, the owner, to find out more. Let's go. Hi Alan, thank you so much for meeting with me. So what was Jamaica Inn's involvement with smuggling?
Well, essentially it was a storage area for smuggled goods to be brought from the coast, and they used to bring them via secret paths from the south coast and the north coast. And of course, if the customs were going to come up, then they'd be seen for hours ahead, and measures could be taken to ensure everything was out of sight. We believe it was built by a man called John Broad around 1760, so that smuggled goods could be stored there before it was safe to move it up country.
That's really interesting. So that means that Jamaica Inn was used for smuggling before it was a coaching inn.
Yes, it was. Now, the reason we know that is because the coaches between Launceston and Bodmin, for the first time, didn't travel for about 20 years after Jamaica Inn was built.
So obviously this is a museum now, but what would this room have been back in the day?
This was the stables for the horses to be changed, and then the coach carried on. Probably the passengers would stop and have a bevy. Probably smuggled.
Smuggled.
Yeah.
Should we go take a look?
Yeah, let's go. Lauren, this is a typical smuggler of the 17th century. Blackened face, so he can't be seen at night. And then other things, we've got lots of clothes and various utensils for bringing in smuggled goods. We've got a corset here where the smuggled goods would be put into that compartment that was sewn onto the corset, and then there's false heels in these shoes.
So that's really interesting. So women were involved with the smuggling as well.
Yeah, probably just as many.
Just as many.
Yeah.
So where did they store the goods in Jamaica? Do you know?
Well, this is a great mystery because we really don't know where it was stored.
Can I have a look around and see if I can find it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm off to go and have a look. Thank you, Alan, so much for meeting with me today.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find this store. Aha! Everyone knows that secret passages are hidden behind bookshelves. Now watch this. Or not. So what was done about smuggling at the time? Well, although it was technically illegal, most people in society didn't actually disapprove of it. Why? Well, because they were benefiting from the cheaper goods. Many of the coastal communities would help to unload the smuggled goods and then hide them away until they were sold on for a bit of extra cash. And that gave me a great idea.
Oh, yeah, you take that and hide it somewhere secret and safe. And this is for you.
This is almost a whole week's worth of wages. Thank you. Even members of the wealthy upper classes were reluctant to report on smuggling, because often they too were involved in the process and were enjoying the cheaper tax-free goods. And another reason why little was done about the crime was, of course, because much of it was undertaken at night, under the cover of darkness. However, if you were caught smuggling, then you could end up here, in Bodmin Jail, and the punishment? Death.
Hi, one tea, please.
So, why did the golden age of smuggling come to an end? Well, it simply became less profitable. In 1841, the Prime Minister, Robert Peel, cut tariffs on imported goods, meaning that people could now buy imported goods for the same price as smuggled goods, putting the smugglers out of business. The golden age of smuggling may well have come to an end, but many say the smugglers never left this inn and can still be seen haunting these rooms late at night in the dark. Right, on that note, I'm off to bed. Good night.
Oh, hi there! My name's Martin, the Free Trader. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we start on the top 10 beaches for smuggling, click subscribe. Then also, that big old thumbs up button. The next thing you're gonna need is that little ring-a-ding-ding icon. So when I upload a video, you'll be the first ones to know about it. If you want to support my channel, head over to Patreon.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This is my channel. Now go on, you clear off.
Right, smuggling to do anyway.
Actually, that was quite helpful. Yeah, if you would like to find out more about how you can support my channel, then head over to Patreon or Coffee, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.